I live my day, I live my day.
Hello everybody, so welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name's Chloe and I'm an English literature student at the University of Northampton. So if you like what you see, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Okay, so for this week's video, I am keeping on the theme of making notes for university, and I thought it was only fair because I made a video on how I make notes on my iPad, but I make a video on how I make notes on my Macbook, because before I got my iPad, a lot of you guys were commenting on my videos asking how I make notes, if I have a specific layout and all that stuff. So I thought that was only fair. So we're kind of going in the same direction as we were for last Thursday's video for technology and university notes basically. And yes, I am wearing the same outfit, I look the same as last week's video because as I said in last week's video, I am bulk filming this week. So today I'm doing all my Thursday videos, and then on Friday I'm going to film all my Sunday videos. So it kind of makes me a little bit more organised hopefully. So yeah, let's get on with the video. Okay, so this is my MacBook. I have the MacBook Air 2017, and I'm just going to move it up a little bit. And as you can see, I have this beautiful photo of Buckingham Palace in the snow as my screensaver, because why not? And then over here I have my to-do list, and then this is all just documents. But anyway, moving on to notes. I'm just going to open up give an example of a lecture just so you guys can see that. What lecture should I open? This one's probably complete. Not that I don't complete my lecture notes, it's just sometimes it is hard to keep up with them. But yeah, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit as well. Okay. That worked. Zoom out just a little bit. Sorry about this. Anyway, so this is Sex in the Cherry. I'm just going to zoom in on this, actually that might make it easier. Okay, so as you can see in the top here, I have... Oh, yes, no, sorry, let's start again. So in the top corner here, in the header, so if I just double click this, it will open the header. I have the week, and this happened to be week 7 of the university term. And then I have the title, which is Sex in the Cherry week 2, because this was the week we were studying it again. And then this is basically just applying theory, feminism, postmodernism, and this person's name I can't pronounce. Okay. So to start with, what I do is I put a header, title of the actual lecture, and then what we will be doing this week. And then I basically just go through and make notes on what I think is important. So here I have gender, I have a quote that my lecturer used. I have 2 of them actually, to be fair, and if there's anything important I do normally add a little bit of information underneath, but our lecturer does like to use quotes a lot for these, so basically it's just quotes that I can expand on or look at and read over. I'm just going to go down a little bit. These are pretty much quotes. And then as you can see here, as we moved on to the people, I literally just did this in bullet points because it was easy and simple, and it just made sense to do it this way. So this person, Mick Backton, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, was a philosopher, a literary critic, semi-tician, I don't know what that is, a Marxist, worked in the fields of literary theory, ethic and philosophy of language, best known for his concepts of dialogism and carnival. And then again, this here is just another fact file. As you can see, I have written the words fail here because this is something that we're talking about, was to do with a theory of his, I think. Can't even remember now, but I don't need that book anymore, so that doesn't really bother me. And then just some key dates here, and then as you can see in these bullet points here, I have underlined keywords. Now when I'm typing, I like to underline the keywords rather than highlight them, because to me highlighting on a document sometimes can look extremely messy, whereas when you're writing it's not as bad. So I either highlight them, or as you can see I've bolded these ones. That might just be something that maybe I wanted to use in an essay or something, just to makes sense. And this is just moving on to how I take notes from the PowerPoint. So this obviously isn't all the notes that we were given here. This is just me narrowing it down to what I think is most important. Again, I've done it here, and then on this one for carnivalistic, can't say that word either, this thingy here, I've just given a few examples which we were given while we were talking, and then it just goes on. And then as you can see here in history, I've put influence on Christianity. So that's something, if I have a question mark next to it with next to say a comment that my lecturer has made or a note that I know I need to go research and look into it, same here. It's just easier for me that way to understand what I mean. Is there any more of those? No. And again, just some more quotes because my lecturer likes to speak in quotes for some reason. And then this is another example of a keyword. As I said, sometimes I underline them, sometimes I bold them. If they're bold, they're more than likely going to be used in a more, how do I say it, like a more important way, if that makes sense. And then I think this must have been from some secondary material we were given, and I probably didn't get down the author, so I just put it in italics so I knew it was a secondary source of some sort when we were in the lecture. I think this one has some questions. No, okay. So sometimes I'm just going to go on to this. So now this is Dog Woman. So these are just quotes that are used by critics, but sometimes, or most of the time, our lecturer gives us questions when we talk about a specific character in the lecture. So if we do, I'll just quickly show you down below how I do this. So if we have questions, I will write group work, because most of the time we will write them in groups. Underline group work, and then in bold I will type the question, and then underneath the bold I'll have answer, and then I will either go into depth on our answer if it's something that we all think is an easier way to explain what we're doing to our lecturer, or I will write in bullet points. If, say, one day it's a really quick answer and it literally only takes like 3 bullet points to answer the question. This is our independent work that we do during lectures. So yeah, I don't think there's really much else to add in really, to be honest with you, because as I said, I literally just write whatever's on, not whatever's on the board, but what I think is important that my lecturer has up on the board, and then I may add into it anything that I find important. So here's just a quick overview. So there is quite a few slides. I don't get everything down in the lecture, so I do have to come home and go over the lecture, which is okay because it feels like you're just going over what has been said already and refreshing your mind, so that if you're writing an essay, this can be quite necessary. So yeah, also, I don't think I mentioned at the beginning, I use Word from Microsoft Word, and that's the best way for me because that's the way that all work has to be submitted. So it's just easier that everything is kind of like the same document and it doesn't take as long to submit it. I can just click a button, done. So yeah, that's pretty much how I make notes on my Macbook. Pretty self-explanatory, to be honest, but as you guys were asking for it, I just thought I'd go through a lecture with you guys so you can see what I do. So yeah, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and maybe that seeing how I make notes on my laptop would help you guys in future if you're looking to go to university, or if you're at university and you feel like writing isn't the way for you. Next year I am swapping over to my iPad, which will mean I will more than likely be making notes on my iPad, unless for some reason my iPad or my Apple Pencil are not charged. But anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I shall see you on Tuesday for a new one. Bye!